All right, guys.
Right, James, obviously the reason we're here at Bellator London, June 22nd, you're up against Jeremiah, and what are you expecting from that fight?
I'm expecting to win. So that's all I'm expecting. Just go in, just show the work that I've been doing. So I'll just go in, put on a pure martial arts performance and go and steal the show. So that's what I expect. I don't expect anything less than the last fight that I put out. I feel like if anything, I'm going to do more. I'm going to do more. It's not. That's what I expect. I expect more than the last one.
And speaking of that last fight in Bellator Dublin, headline a huge atmosphere. That walkout was unbelievable. But why did you choose that song? What was going through your head when you're dancing down to the ring?
Yeah, I just liked it. It was good. I knew it would get the crowd going, and that's what I came to do. I was like, I'm going to go in there and put on a show. And there's no one that does it better. There's no one who goes out there and puts on the show the way I do it. And I got the crowd going. I went in, and then it's like, you see when I got the edge of the ramp, I go, this is it now. It's time to fight. It's different. Do you know what I mean? You separated from putting on a show. I went in there, get the job done, and that's what I did. I do the best of both worlds, and that's what people can't do. So they can't go in there and have fun and show and put on a show for the crowd, and then go in there, switch that off. Martial arts, go in there and be a killer and get the job done, and that's what I do best. So.
And it's easy to forget that you're only 22 years of age, considering how much you've done. You have some serious mental toughness because everything you do is under a microscope more so than other people. But how do you deal with that, and what do you attribute your mental toughness to?
Since I've been just young, do you know what I mean? Everything it seemed everything was against me. When I started, when people know me, people didn't like me. Who's that wee little dickhead? Who's he? Who the fuck's he think he is? And then I'm like, all right, no problem. This is who the fuck I am. Do you know what I mean? Step up and show them who you are. I'm like, all right, and say it how it is and go and do it. What's the problem? Do you know what I mean? There is no like, there's pressure, there's this. Because that people come against you, well, fuck you, do you know what I mean? I'm going to show you what's up. And that's just how I deal with it. And then the people that support me, I'm going, yes, come on, let's go. We're going together. We're going all the way to the top together. My preview's right. Do you know what I mean? I only show you that this is your support and belief can give me motivation to get to the top, to prove all these, not even prove these cunts wrong, just to laugh in their face. Do you know what I mean? I don't like I'm not there to prove people wrong, but it's definitely nice when you go and do it and then sit back and go, what now? Do you know what I mean? Go and think and try and create something that you can say that it's actually not even fact. It's just a stupid statement. It's absolutely brain dead, do you know what I mean? But yeah, whatever.
James, so many people said it was your downfall when you got that first career loss, and now I see so many fighters calling you out every week. Dom Wooding after the Bellator show, then you had Chris Lencioni calling you out recently as well. This surely shows that your stock is as good as it ever been, right?
And do you ever notice them always say like, oh, he thinks he's this, he thinks he's that, and I was like, yeah, because yous all make me, yous all put me up on that pedestal. I'm all above yous all want me. But when they speak like they're putting me down, it's like, well, then why the fuck do you want me if I'm down there? Do you know what I mean? Doesn't make
These guys are featherweights as well. I mean, you've left that division. Is that surprising to you that the featherweight division are
still blame them? So they're all calling for extra paychecks. I watched Wooden. It's like, who the fuck is he, in fairness? Do you know what I mean? I've been on a good performance. He's all James fighting bums. And then I looked and he's fighting someone with 2 wins and 4 losses. Mate, you're not in the position to be opening your fucking mouth when you're fighting someone that there's serious heat in here. I'm sweating. You're not in a position to be sitting saying, oh, he's fighting bums when you're fighting someone at 2 and 4. It's a nice performance. Hats off to him. Can't say anything about his performance, but come on, show fight. You know what I mean? Like, I've been here. I've been around the block. He's calling for extra paychecks and all, and that's why he wants to fight me.
But the target's as big as it's ever been on your back, right? Like, it's not changed.
Great. My profile's gone up through the roof. People don't want to admit it. People don't want to be like, I want to get up there and fight James to be like, you know what I mean? They just want to talk shit about me. So it is, and then you just laugh at it. It makes my stock go up. They're still there. They don't progress any because they're not going about it smart. They're absolutely stupid, the whole lot of them, the way they process it and all. I'm like going, actually watch me. Watch how I go about it. And then you can probably learn something and probably get that fight. Do you know what I mean? It's where they're just going all like gimps. Do you know what I mean? You're just looking at them going like, these are clowns. Do you know what I mean? Like, cop on, like show up and watch, learn, see how it's done, and then go about it the proper way. So it is. That's what I would say to them. And like Dom Whitting, yeah, that's going to be a good fight. That's a good fight. I'm up for that. So that is 100% fight him, no sweat at all.
James, the last few months, it's obviously been trying time, and with condolences, obviously you lost your grandfather.
Yeah.
A couple of days after the fight. How have you dealt with that mourning process?
He was called the soldier. Do you know what I mean? It's bred down in this for generations. That's what I am. I soldier on. I go. I keep focused. Keep soldiering on, and go and do what I set out to do. And that's how I did with that. So it is. You don't. My family didn't dwell. We don't look. I don't look for sympathy. I don't look to get help or like, oh, is everything okay? Yeah, everything's okay when you make it okay. You make it okay yourself. You get on with it, and you show what you're made of. Do you know what I mean? And I'm made of different stuff than everyone else, and this is why I'm showing up every time again. I can face that pressure. I can face that crowd. Everyone can slander me. They can say this. They can say that, and I just don't give one fuck. Do you know what I mean? I'm just doing what I'm doing, loving my life. Nothing's ever been better for me. Do you know what I mean? I just signed a new contract, fucking mint it now. It's great. Like, I'm not, and that's not even, like, I'm not trying to, like, say anything. That's just the way it is, do you know what I mean? And it's great. So I don't even touch it. It's just all lying there. Like, this is great now. Just so much security. I can just train every day, do what I want. Can go anywhere I want, do whatever I want. And it's just nice. I can do all this shit and then I just show up here every day and just keep training. It's the only way it keeps staying.
We talked about bouncing back as well the last time after your win. Bouncing back from that defeat from Ricky Van Haydas. Is that almost a relief now that that's in the back burner, so you can look and you don't have to sort of deal with that sort of pressure that people are putting on you and expectations? Is it maybe something that has worked out better for you?
I feel it's like, if they can't say, oh, Ricky beat you, they're going to say something else. Them people from my whole career will always have something to say. So I don't try and prove them wrong. I'm never am. They're going to just keep saying it. They're going to say something else if they're not saying that. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't give a bollocks. They just raise my profile. I'm getting mad money. If all the rest of them are still calling to try and get better money. And I'm confident. I'm on happy days. You know what I mean? I don't need to speak like that. I don't need to try and do anything because I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean? And I just keep showing up, putting on the show, and let them ridicule me. Let them, and I'll just keep proving them wrong, knock them down as they go, just mastering the craft every day, day in, day out. And that's what I do best, and people don't realise that. They don't see how much I come back from something like that and listen and learn. Do you know what I mean? And that's what all the rest of them are. They're too deluded in some kind of way that they can't just see this. Do you know what I mean? But the Dublin show proves that. Do you know what I mean? And people still couldn't see it. And I'm going, well, that's your mindset. Do you know what I mean? You are never going anywhere. You are never progressing. The furthest thing you are getting is probably me replying to someone online. That's probably their biggest achievement in their life, is me replying back to a hate comment. Do you know what I mean? Imagine how low you have to be. Is that's your get up in the morning buzz. Do you know what I mean? Imagine getting up in the morning, you check, I wonder if he's replied to me here comment. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so it is, but I just, do you know what I mean? I've got no worries anymore, so I just love it.
The lads were just talking there, obviously about 145, obviously down 135 now. I want to get your thoughts on AJ McKee's performance last weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously you've had a big sort of standing confrontations with a little bit of beef. I thought it was a very good performance.
Fake
He got
beef.
a lot of stick online. What did you think of his performance against an experienced opponent against Pat Curran?
It's a tough one because the performance itself wasn't that great, but he played the safe card and got the job done. He can't fault. I just can't. You can't critique someone for going in there and getting the job done. I don't give a fuck if it was boring for the crowd. Then, do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's all entertainment and stuff. But when you're at that stage, you're like one way from a title shot, biggest fight. For fuck's sake, he kept composed and he got the job done and did what he needed to do and didn't exert that he could get caught, because that's a serious veteran he's in there against, and everyone's forgetting that, and everyone just wants him to go in there and put on a show, and you're like, wait a minute, I need to play this safe, calm, collected, and just do enough to beat him, because that's all that mattered in that fight. Do you know what I mean? It's just to get that win, and that I don't agree with that criticism. Do you know what I mean? And I don't fucking like him.
James, sorry. I was wondering, initially you were talking about being in that featherweight tournament. Pedro Carvalho is now kind of erupted in the scene. Would you be happy to see him go in there and fight in that featherweight tournament?
Can't fucking wait to see him going in there and smash it. So it is, I can't wait. So he's going to run through them all. So it is collect that million check, but it's more beneficial for me to fight my contract and stay at 135 with the new contract I got. It's more beneficial for me. It's the safer, more beneficial. Everything's just better, and the way that I've got set up for me now, everything's better financially, career-wise, longevity. Everything's better what I'm going, so I'm coming out and more on top now than I would be if I went down there.
I was watching your exchange with Jeremiah at that press conference. Do you think he holds that against you, the fact that first fight didn't come to fruition, the fact that you were injured, you had to pull out? He seemed to be kind of poking fun at it a few times.
I don't give a fuck. I'm showing up in London, so I'm going to take his head off. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to show up there. I don't care about that. He's just...
Is he trying to sell that though, like that you pulled out?
Salty that he didn't get a main event slot in Dublin. Do you know what I mean? That's what everyone wants. And I hold the ticket to that. And he's salty that he didn't get that, and he's seen the last one and he's snapping that he didn't get in there, and now he's on London. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not as good. Do you know what I mean? And that's just the way he's taking it. But I don't care what he thinks. Do you know what I mean? He can say what he wants, do what he wants, and whatever. But I'm coming there prepared to fight him. He's a good fighter. Don't underestimate him one bit. He's solid. He's going to bring problems, and I've got everyone unsolved.
Do you, you see these RIZIN Bellator crossovers? I'd imagine that your personality would go down really well with the Japanese fans. I mean, I'm not talking about immediately, but further down the line, would you like to go over there and kind of fight those kind of rules set in a ring?
100%. I've fought in the ring before at amateur a few times, so I have back in the day. So I used to go in 4 ounce gloves and just have knocks. I was 13 and thought I was a 21 or 22 year old in a ring. So I did a little bar. So it was like quality. It's just like a little... It's different. It's a different fight. Do you know what I mean? And you've seen that one against Darian Caldwell and Haraguchi. And if that was in a cage, that was different. So it was different. And I'm looking forward to seeing the rematch now. But I would love to go over there and especially fight Haraguchi. Love to go over and fight him in his home crowd. Do you know what I mean? That would be fucking unbelievable. So yeah, if that came up, I would jump all over it.
James, do you take anything? We BT mentioned the London press conference you went to a couple of weeks ago. Do you take anything from those situations where you see your opponent face to face, 6-8 weeks out of a fight, or are you just there to take some photographs and go home? Like,
yeah, a few pics of the gram, is it? Yeah, you can tell their mannerism. You can just you can tell if someone's come to fight, then he's coming to fight. Is which I want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I want him to show up there and I want him to bring a fight because the better he comes, the better I have to be. And that brings out the best. You've all seen when I went out and fought Chinzo Machida in New York. Do you know what I mean? This is going to be the exact same. So it is. I just feel it's nothing. It's just, I'm doing what I love day in, day out. I have no pressure on me back. I've no nothing. I've gone in here against a solid fighter and I'm going to come out on top. So and that's fucking great. I get goosebumps thinking about it. So it is. Why would I? Yeah, that's it. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing. There's no more to it.
Yeah,
so it is. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do what I do, and have the time of my life. Do you know what I mean? 22 years old, Wembley fucking arena. Do you know what I mean? Bringing a load of people over, getting paid more money for one fight than I've earned in the last 6 years or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's fucking quality. What more? What more would I want? You're talking about criticism and all this crack. How does it feel? Feels great. It feels nice in my position these days.
James, obviously the comparisons between yourself and Conor are constant, particularly outside of the cage. But one thing I noticed is we never seem to hear anything about like your personal life, anything, you're never really around the tabloids when it's not related to a fight. Have you kind of learned some lessons when it comes to keeping that stuff private? Because obviously when Conor did it, it was pretty much unprecedented.
Yeah, I just like keep my private life private and keep my public life public. Do you know what I mean? And that's just how I do. I like to keep just low key and I don't do much else. Do you know what I mean? I train and I go back home, chill with my family or something. Do you know what I mean? With my girl or something like that, and just relax. And I don't be out much. I don't be out floating around, and I just start to try to stay out of trouble. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I just stay in Dublin. I don't go back home much. I don't go back because you just like drawn in, like you just get surrounded by people and you get influenced by people, and then that's when it all goes down the road. So I just try to stay around positive, keep positive. Keeping this gym atmosphere, even when I'm like not, I still try and surround myself by just the people that are like training with me or like kind of just chilled. And because if I venture out and I go back out and I go out for the weekend with my mates, and then someone comes up and then it's like, all right, do you know what I mean? Like, let's, do you know what I mean? I'm the fighter here. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And your mates are getting in trouble and all, so it's just like I just don't be in those positions so that I have to react like that, because that's me. I'm like, I would. Do you know what I mean? So, and know that I would do something stupid if I was out floating around. So, I just decided to not put myself in those positions and focus on my career. And I know when I'm in bed on a Friday night, nothing's going to happen to me, but I'm going to wake up on Saturday morning and go training again. Do you know what I mean? Is where if I'm out, do you know what I mean? God knows what, and you're waking up the next day and you're like, bollocks, what happened? Do you know what I mean? They've all been there, heads and up over the sheet, you're like, oh. Do you know what I mean? So I just don't. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'll go out for after fighting, stick to a few close friends that know, and just stick to our own little spot, and I don't venture out with people. And I feel like that's the only way that I can do it. I choose this life. I choose when I go out now. People actually want to do something to get me to react, to make me feel. So to win them situations is you just don't react or don't be there. So
Your star has risen so much, obviously, since that Dublin fight, and of course you've signed this big contract. Have you found doing that more difficult now that everyone kind of knows that you're, I guess, a rich guy?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I'm just me. Do you know what I mean? I'm not this fucking guy. Do you know what I mean? I'm just a young fella that does martial arts, that trains every day, and I'm going to be the biggest superstar that Bellator has ever seen. That's it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not like no different from anyone else. I've just set my mind to this, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean? Everyone thinks, oh, you're this guy now, you're this guy now. No, I'm the same guy I was when I was 13. Do you know what I mean? I've just set my mind to run with a dream. And it just happens to be that I've put myself in a position that now I'm going to become the biggest superstar that Bellator has.
Talked about Dublin, Bellator Dublin in September. You said once you get over this hurdle against Jeremiah Labiano that you're going to kick on and headline Bellator Dublin. Do you see a path to Darian Colwell's gold now?
Yeah, but I don't. No, you can keep his belt. I'm bigger. Do you know what I mean? Fighting in Dublin, that's a bigger fight. Someone fighting me in Dublin as the main event is a bigger fight than me fighting him for the belt. So it is, and that's a fact. Do you know what I mean? I have never once seen him sell a few tickets, never mind sell out an arena. Do you know what I mean? I sold out a full arena, so I did full capacity. And I feel like that I'm kind of working into a position as where fight me in Dublin's the biggest fight in the whole division. Do you know what I mean? And that's the way I'm going to build this, and that's the way I'm going to make it. Make it that he needs to fight me. He can keep his fucking belt. Do you know what I mean? I don't care about that. I'm on.
But is that what your eyes are on after this fight against Labiano?
No. So my eyes has become the biggest superstar that Bellator has ever got, and been climbing my way up. So it is, and earn more money than all the rest of them, and living a nice life, and just doing what I love. Do you know what I mean? Just I've got just a short career. Do you know what I mean? So why not now? Just, and I love being in the gym. I love training. I love being in training camps. I don't really I'm training all the time. In camp, not in camp, I'm just doing the same thing anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I may as well just fight all the time. So that's my kind of outlook on it, is just keep fighting, keep racking them up. When I'm fucking 25, I'll be getting crazy money to fight for the belt. They'll be begging me to fight for the belt. Do you know what I mean? And that's the position I'm going to need myself in. Do you know what I mean? They need me to fight for the belt. I don't need it now. Do you know what I mean? They all want to fight me in Dublin because they have never had more eyes on them in their life. Do you know what I mean? And that's just the way it is. So that's the way it stands, and that's the way I'm going to hold it. And now that I've seen that, and we let everyone else know that, and it'll happen like that.
What's your prediction for this fight, James, when you think about this? Obviously, everyone's talking about Jeremiah's BJJ pedigree. We've heard this before with you. But what way do you see it going? Do you see, do you think you have the advantage on the ground against this guy?
100%. So it is. None of them touch me on the floor. So they don't, but I can see it. I can see it being on the feet for a bit, in and out, and he's going to be flat-footed. He's going to get. I'm going to be in and out. I'm going to be like a zipper, in and out, and he's going to be like swinging and missing, and I'm going to be catching him clean. And then if you can see it going to the ground, he's going to be eating big shots, constantly eating big shots, and he's going to want the way out. I'm going to make him want his way out. Then I'm going to take his back, and then I'm going to choke him. So I can see it's going to take a little longer. So I'm going to wear my proper, not rush it, take me time, and I'll be there ready for 3 fights, and I'd say I'll get it done within the first 4 minutes.
There's so many legends on this card. When you look up and down, it's like great guy. But that's what I'm just going to ask you. I mean, do you think you'll be the guy everyone's talking about the next day?
Same as New York. So it is. It's going to have the same vibe. I just feel it. It's going to be like that. I'm going to walk in and everyone's going to be like, oh, this is little young fellas popping up. Do you know what I mean? Everyone just kind of hears about it, and then I'm just going to come out and be like, what now? Do you know what I mean? What's next? These are all talking. I don't have this. He's weak chin. He's got a weak this. He's got a weak that. Do you know what I mean? And what comes out when I come out on top? Do you know what I mean? What can you say? Well, everyone will find something. Do you know what I mean? But I look forward to giving them something they find. Do you know what I mean? They'll take a while.
Nice one, James.
Nice one, appreciate it.